Today we're going to show you the best keto dessert recipes that we've ever tried. And to qualify that, these are going to be easy recipes. They're going to be quick recipes. And they're going to be recipes that turned out well.
We have a couple fails and successes, so we won't be talking about those. But we've done so many recipes here on our channel, like 400 plus recipes.
Videos. No, that's just videos.
Okay, sometimes we do multiple videos in one day.
I think it's like 475 videos that we've done, and we've done multiple recipes in some of those videos because I don't know why.
Because we're insane.
Right. And so we are just compiling a list of recipes that we definitely would make again, and they are delicious and they are easy.
Keyword easy.
Keyword easy, keyword delicious.
But sometimes it's like really good to look back upon. Sometimes it's really good to look back at the history of our videos throughout the years because you forget. Like,
right.
We've made so many videos right now, like what, 400 and something, that I can't even remember what we made, 2 months ago, let alone years ago. So these videos are really helpful for us because a lot of you guys ask us to rank, like, is this better than that? And
yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. So this is a good, recap of what we've done.
So I'm just going to bring, the thing that comes to mind. The first recipe is a keto Rice Krispie chocolate chip cookie recipe that we kind of, Frankensteined on this channel.
Is that what it's called?
Is it Well, when you put, different pieces of recipes together.
Yeah, that's true.
So I came across a recipe on some social media. I don't remember what it was, but it showed a Rice Krispie kind of, morphed into a chocolate chip cookie, and I wondered, could we make that on our channel somehow? We actually purchased something called whey protein isolate puffs, and I'll leave a link to the ones that we got below. They are kind of pricey, but you don't need a lot of them, and the bag is very densely packed with us. Yeah, we have 80% of the bag left, and we thought maybe we could use this in the replacement of a Rice Krispie because obviously Rice Krispie cereal is not keto friendly. So I was thinking about what base cookie recipe that we were going to try to combine for this, and months before that we had made this kind of trend called the Crookie, which is a chocolate chip cookie on a croissant. And we actually made that low net carb by using a Hero croissant. And I think I said this was the best cookie that I've ever made.
I don't think it tasted keto at all.
And to me, that was the best cookie that we've ever made. It was an experiment and it turned out well. So the Rice Krispie cookie is memorable to me. And you know what also tastes like dessert? Element, who is a sponsor of this video. Sarah and I have been drinking Element every single day since 2020 because we love the way it tastes and it helps us on our keto lifestyle. In the warmer months, Sarah and I love the grapefruit salt and the citrus salt flavors. They are amazing in water, but in the winter, we drink Element in our coffee. That's because they offer the chocolate medley pack. In here you will find chocolate chai, chocolate mint, and chocolate raspberry, all delicious, with a little bit of heavy whipping cream in your coffee. It tastes like hot chocolate. So Element is an electrolyte drink mix that has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. When you're doing keto, you can shed a lot of water when you go into ketosis, and you can lose a lot of your electrolytes. This can leave you feeling tired, having muscle cramps, and nausea, also known as the keto flu. And we call that the keto flu. When you take Element, you replenish your electrolytes so that you feel better. Right now, Element is offering our Keto Twins community a free sample pack with any purchase so you can try 8 of their flavors. So you can get a chocolate medley and get a free sample pack. In order to get this deal, you must go to drinklmnt.com/ketotwins. What about you? If you had to pick one of the best keto desserts that we've tried recently, what would you pick?
There was a recipe that we tried where we put red velvet cake into a waffle maker thinking that it would make a simple cake.
We tried to make a cake in 10 minutes.
It took hours because the waffle iron didn't work, honestly. And, we have fails here. We show you guys those, but we had extra batter left over from that velvet cake and we made it into a really cute personal sized cake after everything. It wasn't a fail. We ate all of it.
It wasn't red.
It wasn't red, right. So those people are like, who cares if it's red or not?
Right.
We just didn't feel like adding a ton of red dye into
We tried to add some natural food coloring.
Obviously it was not enough.
No.
You could have added beet powder or something into there to make it truly a red velvet cake. But honestly, the cake itself
was delicious.
We ate the entire thing. The frosting was really good. And it was just so beautiful. I'm sorry, it was a beautiful cake.
Right. It was a little
The best cake I've ever made. Not saying a lot because I haven't made that many, but it was iced and it was beautiful.
And when you opened it, it looked just like a layered, perfect little cake. And you could even probably freeze that.
Yeah.
And then frost it later. So The color was off, the technique was off, but the end product was something that was absolutely delicious, and you need to check it out. And it wasn't even hard to do. Like, we poured the batter into these molds, and it turned into a cake at the end, which is all that counts, is that we had something to eat at the end of the video.
I'm glad that we tried it, though, because that cake was definitely something that I will make again.
So the next easy keto-friendly like dessert recipe that we're going to talk about includes a viral ingredient, which is
cauliflower.
No,
I'm just kidding. It's cottage cheese.
It's always cottage cheese in the 2024.
It's been cottage cheese for the past couple of years. We always joke about that we need like a new viral ingredient.
And to the person that said the next viral ingredient was going to be potted meat, I don't know about that. This was one of those recipes where you throw the ingredients into a microwave-safe dish and you put it into the microwave and you blast it, and then you can add a little whipped cream or whatever on top. And it turned out amazing, but you know what I'm going to say. Yeah. With these cottage cheese recipes, sometimes they don't go through the trouble of actually emulsifying the cottage cheese or blending it. When you scoop out some of this keto chocolate lava cake, there's like cheese pulls
from the curds
of the cottage, and it's not appetizing.
Yeah, same. I actually thought it was like a piece of hair or something. The first time I saw it, I'm like, is that hair? No, it turned out it's the cheese pull. Do yourself a favor, and if you're in like the black hole that is cottage cheese content on social media right now, blend yourself up some cottage cheese to keep in the fridge. It's easy with an immersion blender. Right, and it stick it in there and for a while. Yeah. And you can use it for whatever kind of recipes that you want. Kind of tastes like sour cream.
And so we're always getting asked like what recipes like stick out to you the most, and those are the recipes that are easier than expected and taste better than we thought. Right. Because I had my doubts about this one, but I was honestly impressed. It kind of tasted like a lava cake or a brownie that's really, really soft and gooey. So definitely try the cottage cheese lava cake. So we always try to include different kind of like categories within these videos. Like if you're looking for something easy, but sometimes people are looking for something that is not going to impact them nutritionally. Like they want to eat something sweet, but they don't want it to have a lot of carbs. But they definitely don't want it to have calories either. Right. And so we did try a couple of recipes that fit this bill. The first one is coffee jello. And this was a recipe that we did, I think, 2 years ago. It's basically coffee, sweetener, and gelatin poured into a cup or a mold, and you eat it kind of like it's a coffee jello. And you can put a little bit of heavy whip in it. You could put a little bit of coffee creamer, whatever type of keto-friendly substance that you want. It looks weird, but when you eat it, you're like shocked at how good it is.
Well, you could put your spoon in there and you kind of, break it up, and then it mixes with the cream. And I think this is a pretty common dessert in like Asia, so I had never heard of it before, and it's just simple. Right. There's hardly any calories in it. Right. You could eat a lot of it, and it has coffee in it, which I'm never gonna disagree with. Right. I love coffee. And the other really, really low calorie dessert that we're gonna put in here that was easy to make is the espresso whip. It's whipped espresso. I think that's what they called it. But it's basically espresso mixed with water, sweetener, and then ice, and you blast it in your food processor until it turns it into a foam, which is kind of like an ice cream. Like when we put it into the freezer, it kind of set up to be like an ice cream, but there's no dairy in it. It's extremely low carb. It's extremely low calorie. At the end of a meal or something like that where you're looking for something sweet, I don't know if you eat it at dinner. You're going to be up all night. Decaf. Right, you could use decaf. You cannot beat the calorie or the lack of calorie. Zero calorie type of thing. Sarah and I are always talking and joking that we're always looking for lower calorie foods and lower fat or whatever, because people assume on keto that you want to have everything high fat. That's not necessarily true. Right. You kind of have to balance it out. Like Sarah and I are relaxed about this lifestyle. Some days we eat a lot, other days we don't eat a lot. So having something sweet that you can eat that is easy to make is really important when you're trying to eat everything you want, but within moderation. We lost 160 pounds, so when you're getting closer to your goal weight, you kind of have to look at calories more, especially if you're not the most active people like we are. We're trying to improve on that. Next year. I say that every year, but January we're going to become marathon runners. Yeah. By the way, that's what we're going to do on our second channel probably. So. Sarah and I are thinking about ways to make kind of not documentary style content, but little challenges. Like we did that a while ago
video, I think that was like maybe back in 2020, where we tried to eat carnivore versus egg fast for a week, and then I didn't eat eggs for a year.
Yeah.
Years after that. But we're hoping that this year will be the year where we can really like focus on making longer form content based around this space. So if you're not following our other channel, Emily and Sarah, please do. We would appreciate it.
And if you guys have any challenges that you want to see us do, let us know.
Not
Emily's
anything too
excited.
crazy. So the honorable mention, it's not even an honorable mention. I don't want to say that. But this was a recipe that is so easy to make and so good that it's highly addictive, and you have to be careful how much you're eating it. But it was probably the most shocking recipe of 2024 in that I was blown away by how much I loved this.
Right.
And that would be puppy chow. And if you guys don't know what puppy chow is, traditionally it's like your favorite. Muddy Buddy, puppy chow. You take cereal and you put different stuff on it. But we decided to put pork rinds. You break it up small. And by small, I mean
like the smaller the better.
The smaller the better, like half an inch or less. We topped it with melted peanut butter, melted chocolate, and then dusted it in a keto-friendly sweetener. And when I tried it, the smaller bits, I could not tell that they were pork rinds. They were just super crunchy and tasty, and the bigger pieces you could start to tell. So that's why it's the most important thing about this like recipe or this hack is that you keep the pork rinds small.
Yeah, so there's a lot of chocolate.
A lot of chocolate.
Flavor
right.
penetrating.
You don't want a lot of surface area that the chocolate is going to miss, okay? We liked it so much that we decided to come up with another variation of this, which was white chocolate and dehydrated strawberry powder. And so all we did with that one was, once again, took a high quality, non-flavored pork rind, tossed them with white chocolate, tossed them with a dehydrated like powder.
Pulsed
right.
Strawberry.
Right. You take a little bit. You don't need a lot of like dehydrated strawberry to do this, but you take the dehydrated strawberry slices and then you pulverize them, and then you dust the white chocolate covered puppy chow in that, and then you add your favorite keto-friendly sweetener on top, and it tasted really, really good.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I like more though. I feel like I like the peanut butter chocolate one more, but
they're
totally both delicious.
Honestly.
And so this is one of those recipes that I always think back to, because it's not that I'm like not open to trying new things. Like I will try almost anything on this channel. It was the one where I was the most surprised at how I liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't tell my husband what was in it when I brought it home, and he tried it, and when I told him, he was not like phased at all.
Yeah.
And then he had me make him his own batch because he liked it so much. So definitely try that recipe if you're looking for something like if you're watching a movie.
It's good to snack on.
Yeah. It is so good. The thing about our videos is I know that a lot of you guys are not watching every single one. And so watch every single one.
Yeah, you could watch all of them.
Right.
Almost.
You could watch us for the next 475 videos times 8 minutes would be way too long to listen to us. But if you guys see any recipes out there that you want us to try, we would love to hear it in the comment section below. Why don't you put a puppy emoji for puppy chow?
Dog, you mean? A dog.
A dog.
Yeah.
A dog emoji for puppy chow. I will apologize, in the video where we did the 5-minute keto pecan pie, which was really good too, I told you guys to put a pecan pie emoji, and that emoji does not exist. But I know there's a dog emoji.
People found interesting ways. They put pies, they put nuts, so we get it.
Someone put a walnut, and then they put a pie, and they wrote, there is no pecan. And I probably should check that before
We love to see your interpretation of it, honestly.
And if you guys have not subscribed already, we would really appreciate your support. We would love to get to 250,000 subscribers this year. And subscribing is free, and it really does support our channel. And we just appreciate you guys so much. We love you guys. And YouTube seems to think that you're going to like this video, so why don't you click on it, and we will see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
I'm Sarah.
And we are the Keto Twins signing out. I want some puppy chow now.
I got pork rinds upstairs.
You do?